Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
I'm Daniel.
Daniel, I'm very annoyed at you.
Yeah, that's not unusual.
As the people's champion.
As a people representative.
You are teasing them.
Yes, I will be teasing you this episode.
Kind of rude.
This is really cool. That's my signature.
You rude?
Yeah.
Why would you? Oh,
That's me.
It's part of the thing.
Yeah.
There's a thing.
My signature is on this bottle, but here's why. So,
Wait,
the story
this was
is
a massive run, I see.
Yeah, 2 of 3 bottles. Huge run. All right, so here's what's cool about this. I'm going to tell the story because you're going to like this. So, a friend of ours, Gordon Atkinson, is an author. He's also a level 2 whiskey sommelier. Mm-hmm. And he wrote a script, and it was turned into a movie that is now being submitted to film festivals all over right now as we speak.
Yeah.
And in the movie, the main character goes in and gets a whiskey from a bar that kind of kicks his ass. And so what Gordon wanted to do was create that whiskey for the financial backers of the movie.
Sure.
As a gift.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Limited edition.
Yeah.
And it needed to be a bourbon scotch blend. Because the thing he had in his head was peat from Scotland, venom from Texas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so he came to me and said, would you be interested in creating this? And I said, hell yes.
Well, depending on what kind of scotch you're using, that would be kind of tricky to do.
Yes. So I sat down and went through with a few of my sommeliers. We went through about 18 bottle variations.
Daniel,
And no. I want you to. Here's what I want to be able to do.
do I get to drink this today?
Yes, I'm waiting to pour it for you because I want to see if I can predict your exact whiskey experience, which is what I was trying to do.
My
So,
exact whiskey.
Yeah,
experience. Okay.
that's my goal. My goal is to tell you, here's what's about to happen, and you go, son of a bitch, that's exactly what happened, and in that order.
So this was just a blend you made up, is what?
I made up a blend.
Fine.
I sampled about 18 whiskeys, took notes, compared, started creating blends. We landed on this one. I can't tell you the recipe, but I can tell you it has a large percentage of a high proof Texas bourbon.
So okay, go ahead.
A large percentage of Coolila 12 as its smoke base, and a secret ingredient at about 8% that gave it the final little finesse finish.
So, as the self-appointed champion of the people, what we're doing right now is drinking a whiskey that nobody can ever try.
Yeah.
And nobody can ever buy.
Yes.
They just get to watch us drink it.
Yes.
On the show.
Here's why I'm doing this.
Right.
There's 2 reasons.
Right.
One is because it's a cool story, but 2, to tell you if you should feel empowered to blend your own whiskeys.
Oh, yeah.
I meet a lot of people who I'll pour a couple of whiskeys together.
They feel like
and
it's sacrilege.
They freak out. And I'm like, no. If you're at home and you own 10 whiskeys,
Right.
think about how they all taste and try to create some interesting blends. You create your own fantastic whiskey blend.
Right.
There is nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You're doing exactly what the famous blenders are doing in Scotland.
Right.
You're mixing whiskeys together. And even cooler if you can mix bourbon, Scotch, or Irish together to create something interesting.
Right. Can I tell you this right now? I
Yes.
don't think I've told you this right now. I'm telling you this right now.
Okay.
I'm telling you something right now, and it's this. This is what I'm telling you.
That was 4 ways of saying that. 5 ways of now saying the same thing.
So, as we're getting into,
Tell me.
as you and I have a private distillery, private channel, one of the things that I have noticed in looking at this industry is that they are steeped in tradition
And history.
which is great. And in terms of doing innovative and experimental things,
There's only a handful of craft distilleries that are even attempting it.
anybody, and it's one of those situations where, guys, history is all well and good, and we never want to belittle the history because there's like so much interesting stuff to draw from. But in terms of looking forward into what can be done in whiskey,
Yeah.
instead of, hey, what's been done and then how do we honor that? Yes, we'll honor that, but let's kind of like bring it into the 21st century.
There are a lot of distilleries doing new, innovative, weird things.
Well,
but they are
qualified.
almost all
Right.
small craft producers,
Small craft producers.
not the big name brands.
Right. And that's the thing I'm most excited about.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Making stuff that
Trying interesting things.
people will experience and they will recognize as, oh, this is great. But then also doing new things kind of like what you did here with this bottle.
Yes. Now, what I will tell you without telling you the ingredients is 46% of a high proof bourbon, 46% Cahuilla. Now, what I chose Cahuilla because Cahuilla was a blending whiskey for forever for Johnny Walker, still is. And so I figured a smoky Islay that will blend well would be Cahuilla.
Okay.
So 46 and 46, and then 8% magic ingredient. It just needs to have, I will tell you, a high smoke content. If you can do those three things, you can create a magical journey that what I wanted was in the nose, heavy smoke. In the nose, barbecue smoke.
Barbecue smoke. I was about to say like a
now,
meaty smoke.
On your first sip, you get barrel and smoke dominant. And then as you swallow, it changes into a sweet bourbon finish. Like that. And there's no lingering aggression. So this vibrant nose, aggressive front, and then a sweet finish. That's what I was going for.
I got the sweet finish. It wasn't like that though. It wasn't like that. It basically
aftertaste.
It unfolded into that eventually. Yeah. It didn't hit me all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
you know what it's like? It's like watching a firework explode and then flicker out, but not all at once.
Yeah. Now the smokiness, the barbecue's totally gone.
And it's only a sweet bourbon finish.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? This is actually fantastic whiskey.
So we need to
we are talking about creating this in large quantities at some point.
Fine. Let's pull off the shelf something that people can buy.
And they can recreate this? Or no?
No.
Just in general.
Let's pull off something off the shelf that people can buy.
Okay.
That has one of the elements you're talking about. Like let's go for the barbecue smoke.
Well, okay, so that's easy. That's the Bruichladdich, or that's the Laphroaig, or right. That's
so let's compare it to.
Or we could do kilchoman with a wine cask finish, and so we get to see what an Islay aggression with a sweet finish looks like.
Rather than you're going Islay smoky with a bourbon finish, let's go kilchoman with a wine finish and see how they compare.
Yeah.
Done. Chris Netherton. So I was sitting in my college class and I got a notification from the two best whiskey bastards on YouTube. What are their names?
Yeah. Have we met them? Is it Rhett and Link?
They don't whiskey.
Okay, so Sauternes. Sauternes finished.
Daniel, is that a white wine or a red wine?
It's a right wine.
When it was time for classwork, I just put on my headphones and watched Daniel fall under Rex's silver tongue to allow 1 day a week of shenanigans. Yeah, he picked that up, did Alan McDonough. Daniel, just over your shoulder is a green labeled bottle in between Strathyla and the Glenlivet. Is that other Glenlivet, is that another Glenlivet, or is it Glenalba?
If you mean this one,
which was
16-year-old cask strength Glenlivet Nadura.
Glenalba was a whiskey sold by Little, which won Whiskey of the Year in 2013.
Yep, never had it.
Never had it. So go ahead and send it to us and we'll review it.
Yeah, thanks. See how much sweeter this is, which is weird because I always thought bourbon would be sweeter. But this finish is even more candy, and the smoke is not as nuanced. The smoke on this kilchoman front is far more aggressive and sharp instead of rich.
The sharpness isn't on the very front end. It's like 3 or 4 seconds, and then it grabs me.
Yeah. Whereas this is caramely and
it's savory,
rich,
savory smoke.
Yes, it's so good. I am a damn genius.
Well, God, people, just don't encourage him. He's already a diva.
That's true. All right, so here's the thing.
No, I don't want to take away from this.
No, that's an amazing whiskey. And kilchoman, I think, is one of those that just is throwing NAS whiskeys, no age statement whiskeys, out the door like crazy.
Right.
With all these weird, you're talking about big distilleries not being willing to risk. Kilchoman is doing weird all the time in Scottish whiskey, but it's partially, I think, because they're a younger distillery and then they need to move bottles, and partially because they're just creating really interesting stuff. And it's hit or miss. Some of them I'm really in love with. Some of them, I don't know. The Madeira cask is magical.
Well, that's the nature of experimentation.
And that's what we love. You got to be willing to have something be sort of crap in order to stumble into something really amazing.
Right. So
I will tell you, the Boosh stopped by to try to get some of this Diamondback.
Who's the Boosh?
The Boosh is a blog writer, whiskey guy.
Oh, so
Theboosh.com.
Yeah, okay, that guy.
He's kind of a character. Tommy's had to chase him off the property a couple of times because he tends to show up at dark after everyone's gone and it's locked up and yell at the tower for someone to let him in. Hey! And Tommy has to come out and kick him out. So,
like, there's nobody here, man.
yeah, it's like, dude, yeah, look it up on the website. So he went and found Gordon, and Gordon poured him some of the whiskey,
right,
and then he reviewed it. And so, yeah.
So basically, this guy just wanders around Texas,
drinking whiskeys,
looking for pours.
Yeah, he's a mooch, man. He is a mooch. Well, the Boosh is great, and he's one of my favorite whiskey writers. And so you should go check him out.
Well, description for their website.
Yeah, it'll be theboosh.com. We'll put it underneath this.
Theboosh.com. Okay. So, I like how broad strokes we're going for smoky that unfolds into sweetness. Mm-hmm. But this is a different kind of smoky. This is like a bitey smoke. This is a savory smoke.
Yep.
This is a bourbon honey sweetness.
Right.
And this is a
candied wine sweetness. Thinner. It's thinner.
Yeah.
It's a thinner sweetness.
Both super good.
Cool. All right. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
If you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.